Delta, that's D-Bravo-U-C-H-T-A. I was born in Anchorage and I've lived here most of my life. I was raised on the east side and I since moved to Midtown. I've been married almost 25 years. I have an adult daughter and a teenage son that we've raised in this city. In 1994, I was selected from an applicant pool of about 1,500 to join the Anchorage Police Department. I completed the academy and began my career in patrol, working swing shift, primarily in Muldoon, where we lived at the time. Over the course of the last 18 years, through seniority, I moved to day shift patrol. I worked the traffic unit for about a year until it was disbanded. Then I rejoined that unit in 2005 when it was resurrected. Currently, I'm in the traffic unit as a team leader for the Major Collision Investigation Unit, and I'm also a fatality investigator. All of this means that I'm tied to a cell phone, which rings at the most inopportune times. Thanksgiving dinners, family reunions, weekends, and generally in the early morning hours or late at night, I'm called out to investigate somebody's tragedy. I'm willing to do this for the citizens of this city. In return, I expect a reasonable wage and benefits, support from my agency, and stability in my employment. The proposed changes in AO 37 put all of this in jeopardy. Without binding arbitration, I have no certainty that I will have a fair and objective bargaining process available. Rather, it will be dictated to me, and I will have the option to take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Not where I expect it to be at this stage in my life. My intent was to stay with APD for at least 25 years, continue to serve this city that is my home, and provide APD a good return on investment. That investment being police training, but also a great deal of advanced collision investigation training that makes me fairly marketable in both the law enforcement circles as well as the private sector. When I learned these proposed changes to AO 37, I had a couple of thoughts. And they were thoughts that I really never had before. First, I thought, wow, I may have to retire in 20 years, which is when my current contract expires. And the second thought, which is even more troubling, I may have to leave this city. I've lived here for 48 years. I think it's a foregone conclusion that this ordinance will have a seriously negative effect on the city of Anchorage in public safety, quality of life, and eventually economics as the housing market and economic base begins to reflect the general decline of this city. I realize this issue is much bigger and broader than one employee, and its effects will be felt far and wide and for many years. What I don't understand is why this rewrite is necessary, nor do I understand the motives behind it. In the past, unions have given concessions in many areas when there was real needs for the welfare of the city. APD gave a wage concession in our current contract. Why doesn't the current administration simply ask for what they deem necessary rather than propose this radical and risky ordinance change? I urge you, the Assembly, to simply vote no on these changes as a whole. My preference is to stay put for another 7 or 8 years, but without binding arbitration and the ability to negotiate my working conditions and stability that's afforded, that may not be an option for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.